Hi everyone, it's Marlene
And Shelby.
from Pastime Pieces here with another Flosstube number 9. It's December
7th?
2022. Thanks for everybody joining us. Yeah, love all the comments and the support. And yeah, it's great just to know that there's lots of other people out there that are interested in cross stitching and love it as much as we do. So thanks a lot. Yeah, if you haven't already subscribed, please press the button and subscribe and like. Yeah, where anybody I think is always interested to see the numbers go up, just because it's just fun.
It's fun.
So we're starting off. We've got a few things. We're gonna open the first 6 days of the Advent box that went out. Yeah, thanks for the people that commented that are enjoying it. That's yeah, kind of cool. I don't know what it is, but I feel really nervous about what I put in the box and whether people feel it's worthwhile and all that. And already we've been talking and thinking of different ideas and stuff for next year. So it's definitely something that we'll do again. And if you have any suggestions at the end of, what, like you were hoping maybe was more in the box. One thing, make sure that you go through your box and that you have all 24 items. I would like to know now rather than, the day before it's opened, if you're missing anything. We tried to be really careful and make sure that everything was in there, but go through, make sure all 24 items are there, and if not, let me know. So we'll do that a little bit later. We have our giveaway winner, and we have another giveaway for today. But first, we'll start with our fully finished things. So this I've shown a few times already. It's the Liz Matthews tree that you can do in a tree and or in the frame. This is the pattern.
Fourth day?
Yeah, this is the 4th day of Christmas by Liz Matthews. I mean, I've had it done. It was just a matter of getting a twig and sticking it in the thing. Yeah, I find because she does the, what do you call that? The mossy stuff. But you've put beads on the bottom of some of your trees too. And yeah, it just adds a little more finished touch. And then that way you don't have to worry about the moss staining your linen when you put it away for the winter. Although this is, you could keep out longer. It's got a bird and stuff on there.
I think so.
Yeah.
Some of them, most of them, I think can stay out all year.
Yeah, I'd love to do the whole series and have it on my mantle in my living room, but I don't know. I got this one. I think it's one of the first
5.
Yeah, this is one of the first ones I did, and that's it. Ended there. I didn't do any.
I made the mistake and I
anymore.
jumped to the one that you got me, the summertime one. It
Oh
was
yeah,
from a
that was
retreat or
cute.
something,
Yeah,
but
the little
it was just too
house on
cute.
it
I
and
couldn't.
stuff.
I skipped over.
Yeah, so, but yeah, all of the designs are really cute. So I think she's got a few more left to go. She just did 7 or 8 or 9.
Swans of swimming. How many is that?
Yeah, I don't know. 7 swans
She did
of swimming.
geese a laying and the swans.
Swans of swimming. So
Yeah,
7
so-
geese a laying, 8 swans. Yeah, I don't know.
Or vice versa.
I don't
So she's probably got 4 more.
4 more to go. So it's
Yeah.
kind of cool to see how she comes up with
Yeah.
designs and stuff.
I like
for
that they're like interpretive of the song, but not
Yeah,
like
yeah, not over the top
Yeah.
and yeah. Then when I was on holidays, I worked on the Gathering Snowflakes by
Luminous Fibrearts.
Luminous Fibrearts. And I had started it before just on a scrap piece of linen. And then I realized I was going to run out of room. So, because it's a little bigger pillow than I thought it was going to be, I guess. I did it on the opalescent fabric, I believe 32 count. And I used Sky,
Super pretty color.
Weeks Sky, I believe. Yeah, I had picked out a different color, but it was very dull in that. And then I had this one as well. And then when I was in Florida, I ran out of thread. So I had to wait to get home to finish it. And then I just did it with some pom-pom trim around there, which I felt was suitable since he's snowman.
That's cute.
So yeah, so he was cute. I stuff I stuff most of the pillows anymore with a combination of the lizard litter, and sawdust. Because that way it gives you a little bit of poof, because sawdust makes it very firm and tight, and I like that too. But just adding a bit of that gives a little bit of squishiness. So yeah, so that one I finished. Because you don't have any full finishes. This one, yeah, this one was a lot of fun. And when I had first seen it, I absolutely loved it. This is Tomato by Hands On Design. And I just thought it was the cutest little thing. So this is my finish. So this part here was silvery moon. So it's just a really light gray. And then I ended up changing out the color thread because I think it was supposed to be Red Rocks, and I changed it to, oh man, I had it in my head. It's either, what's Holly Jolly, I think, because I wanted it to kind of match the Aztec red, which is this linen here. And it was just quite, mine anyway, was quite dark. The cool thing that I didn't realize is that there's a magnet in between the layers of the batting, and then you put one on the bottom of the thing. So that way your little pincushion doesn't, fly away, because he's very bouncy. And then she didn't have the pattern here, but it's literally like a half a circle, and you stitch up the sides, put a little bit of stuffing. So I made just a teeny little strawberry to hang on there. Oh, and I was going to I have some bee pins. I was going to put some bee pins. The tray is, just 2 pieces of wool that you just fused together with some heat and bond, and then just stitched with a blanket stitch around the outside, and pinch the corners, and you got a little tray. So her directions, were really good, because you, on the pattern, she gives you a link to go, and then she's got step-by-step of how she finishes it. So that was, that was very helpful.
Tomato is all stitched too.
Yeah.
You can see how cute that is. It's all
so
stitched.
It says tomato on there too, so it's all
cute.
stitched. Yeah, just very subtly with, because flatfish, that's not a color I've used before, but that's the tanny color, flatfish. Guacamole, basically, I think there's only like 4 colors. So I know some, when I had showed it, I think part of it before, someone wanted a kit. So I will try and kit that up with the wool and everything, so that you've got everything that you need to finish that. But that was super fun. And if anything, doing these floss tubes makes me finish these things, because I start like I can't concentrate. And but at least I knew that I needed to finish these things.
I would have had mine. I just couldn't decide. I changed my mind at the last minute, but I can't wait to finish as soon as I'm done stitching.
Yeah, and I think it helps too that I do a bunch of finishing at the same time.
Yeah.
Because then you're on a roll, and then you say, oh yeah, this would work or that would work. So then the other finish, I didn't finish all 3 things. But I had shown this just on the Facebook page, Religious Christmas Trio. So the 3 pieces there. So I had stitched them just straight across on a piece of alfagato, because I had gotten my order when I was in Florida, so it was linen that I had with me.
And that's Fiber on a Whim?
That's Fiber on a Whim, and it probably was, I did 32 count. She does Primrose, 27 Linda cloth, and I didn't have that with me, but 32 was nice to work on too.
Yeah, they're cute size.
Yeah, so this is my one finish of the Peace on Earth little pillow. I like that red, and this was actually a fabric line that we had last year. That was a really pretty quill, Winter Wishes. Well, that's what would have been cool. We're filming in the shop today, But I have the quilt that we made out of that, and that would look cool hanging up
Yeah.
behind. Yeah, so, but it was a really nice fabric line with the deep row, and it was actually the green is that color too that was in that fabric line.
It's the best when you find, I was downstairs for the first time in months, like in my craft shop or room. And it's the best when you find a fabric that like really,
Oh yeah,
that's
that,
great with the stitching. Like when I
yeah.
saw that, I thought the colors are so perfect.
Well, then I think when I had mentioned right at the beginning of one of the first floss tubes I did was it's almost pick the fabric first that you're going to finish it in and then change the thread accordingly.
The tone,
Especially, yeah, like just if it's really close because yeah, it does make a difference if they match and that, and there's hundreds more floss threads to choose from than there is to, go out and buy more fabric. So yeah, I find that sometimes it's easier just to do it that way. And then this was just a little music box I picked up at the thrift store. So that fit in there. It had a mirror and a picture.
I know how it works.
Well, that's as far as it goes. And I thought, oh, it would be cute if it, came across a little Christmas or the song. Yeah, the song and put it in there.
I wonder if you could order that.
You probably can. And then
be
my
nice.
uncle works with clocks and that, so he could probably easily hook that up. It probably doesn't take much to change that music. But yeah, I don't know, I got it for a couple dollars or whatever.
That would be really neat.
Yeah, and so yeah, the cross stitch just nicely fits in there. And then the last one I'm still struggling with, so that's the Silent Night. So I kind of wanted to make it look like a manger sort of thing. This was a piece I just got at Hobby Lobby. It had a couple of beads hanging down here. So I did find a wood star, so I'm going to paint that. And then, yeah, I think with some raffia and some different things, I'll finish that. But yeah, I like that design too. It's really cute. And I use that same red fabric on the back because I thought, oh, should I change the stable to a different color? But then, yeah, so I think it just needs something more.
Balances.
Yeah, so those were some finishes that I did. So now we'll go to finished, but not fully finished.
Yeah, I forget all the acronyms.
I do too.
I tried to look them up yesterday and they leave my brain.
Because there's FFO, FFs. And then
fully finished objects.
Does that mean completely framed and everything?
And then I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys can let us know because we watch so much Flosstube, but I don't know why it's not staying in my head.
Yeah, I don't know.
So me, I have none, which is atypical. Usually I finish mine as soon as I'm done stitching, but everything I have here I started and finished since the last Flosstube we did.
Oh, so yeah.
So I had shown this one, which I was going to turn into a bauble, but I didn't like the color finish. Marlene says it looks okay, but
yeah, I like it.
It looks better on camera actually to me, but it's pretty tiny, so I may still finish it into a bauble.
Yeah, because these are
all from Hands On Design. I can show you the patterns first. So that was that one. So everything was different on that for color, and then these ones I used the right colors and just a different linen. And I'll show you the finished stitching in a second.
Yeah, she has several series and stuff, but I like this one because it's just more traditional, I think.
I liked the teal in it too, and this one that I didn't really have any teal in it, so it didn't really look as good on that. So I did all the other ones on this gingham fabric. Is that showing?
Yep.
So that one I was cutting it pretty close to the top of the linen, and then that one. So I kind of hemmed and hawed. Sometimes I get too fancy with the way I want to finish things, so I think I may just do it the way she finished it and just modify it a little bit.
Yeah, but I love that linen. I said I don't remember. You thought it was
it's Weeks Dye Works.
Weeks Dye Works, and I didn't realize that they dyed ginghams and stuff.
It was raw and natural gingham is what it was called. Yeah.
But yeah, I love the gold on gingham. That's really cute.
Yeah, so those were my starts and finishes since last time, and then this one I did. For me, it was very quick because I am a very slow stitcher. So it's Teresa Kogut. It's called Struttin'. That's cute. And I fell in love with this stitch. It's super cute.
Yeah, and I love the colors.
I did change the colors only because I didn't have the color. They're all very similar, like the colorways, but I mix all the time. I just make my own variegation.
Because the deer was,
The deer is Weeks Cocoa, which I think was called for. No, I used Weeks Cocoa and it was supposed to be Weeks Mocha, but I
oh,
had
okay.
cocoa and it looked nice.
Yeah, that's cute.
And
It's
then the
very nicely
beard, I don't know if you
variegated.
can see it, but I like to just mix different flosses together. So that was Shabby Sheep, which I noticed you just got in.
Oh, okay.
So that was Shabby Sheep and Chai. So I just did different sections, like I switched out the floss to give it its own variegation, just because I find a lot of them aren't variegated enough for me.
Yeah, we find that with some that, yeah, there's just not a lot of
Yeah.
variegation, and you're paying good money
Yeah.
for,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah. And I know several people have talked about too that if it's only a small little section, just grab a DMC because you're not going to see any variegation in like the pocket, let's
Yeah.
say, and a hoof or things like that, like really
And
tiny
like his
spots.
coat might have looked nice in a variegated floss, but I
yeah.
liked that the deer was variegated and his beard was. It would have been
Well,
busy,
and then you've
so.
got the trim and you got the
Yeah.
pocket, so that already
Yeah.
adds. So if it was busy variegated, you wouldn't see the pocket and stuff
But
as
yeah,
much.
what a cute stitch. I just
Oh,
honestly, and I had to call Marlene because I'm a new stitcher. I looked at it, I didn't understand all those little, like it doesn't say if you use a half stitch, a 3/4 stitch, or a quarter stitch in the pattern. It just shows those little mini symbols, which I knew meant one of the three, but I don't know. I had to just guess.
oh,
But it
yeah,
turned out I just kept looking at the picture and I watched a bunch of floss tubers that did one. So
yeah. But no, that's a really super,
I like the learning
super,
process
yeah,
or making it up as I go.
yeah. No, that's super
Yeah.
cute.
And I think too, as far as the variegation goes, because Marlene and I both love wool work and we dye the wools, that we like that variegation. Like that's why we buy the over dyes. And so that's what I think you just look for, the ones that really have that variegation. You don't have to do your whole project in all the over dyes.
No, no, there's some that you'll do them all in DMC and stuff, and they still look nice.
Yeah.
So same with linens or anything like that. Some, like the really
Yeah.
heavy, variegated linens, and others, just like a plain, and they all look nice. I'll show, yeah. So I'm just working
Whips.
on.
We know this one.
Yeah,
Whips.
whips. Yeah, whips. We know. So I just started this doodles, the winter one, just because I had most of the threads. This one's on 36 count winter's brew, I believe, or beach brew. I'm not very far. I'm doing 1/2, which for me is different. I mean, I definitely like working with one thread, but yeah, I just used to that chunky look of the X's. So, but I'll continue on using the one thread. I think once I get some more of the deer and different things in there, because the pink is very light for it to show up, but I think it'll be cute. I have this one partially kitted to the Doodles Christmas, which I really like. And this one's done on 32. So they all kind of come out to the same size, but some are done on 32 and some are on 36, which is different. So it'll be interesting to show the difference in the size of the stitches in the same frame. That would be kind of a cool, comparison and stuff that way. So, and she's got several other doodles. Her fall one is really nice. The Halloween one is really cute. I've got just more from the fall on. I might have spring. Yeah, on Pastime Pieces, a quilt, wool applique, and cross stitch shop. So just check out the website, Pastime Pieces, 1T, PASTIME, PIECES. Same, yeah, I mean, you obviously got to the Flosstube channel, so it's spelled the same. And you'll find all the products that we're showing and stuff here on the website.
And lots more.
And yeah, and tons more. We have
Yeah.
a ton of charts. And I went through all the linen and yeah, organized and put in drawers. And I have a lot of linen. Yeah, why don't you show your one more whip and then
Okay.
I'll show some new linens that I got in.
So this one
well.
is, I just started it like late last night, so it doesn't look like anything really. So it's just that stitch in the corner. But I just started it because I do so much stuff dog and horse related that I always kind of leave my kitty cat out. So when Marlene got this in, and I have, he's turning cream. He was white with like hints of red. He's a tabby and a flame point Siamese, but he's a chunk monster like that. Like he looks just like that cat. So I had to do it for him. It's cute.
Yeah, so she's a French designer. So yeah, I have to order the charts from France. You may have seen it. There's a chart that I had, Bunny in the Snow, it was called, and it was very popular. But these are some of her other designs that
These ones
I
are all
have
done
shown,
on gray.
but yeah. But yeah, just the dark gray and
They're just cute. Like they're very
yeah.
cute, but I like the colors. Like it's not a huge colorway, but they're so effective.
Yeah, the shading and that I think kind of that she does with she does a lot with birds and stuff too.
Yeah,
so I have several of the bird.
You could just change the hair color.
Yeah.
For whoever you're making it for.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're cute. Like
Yeah,
that one
they're
I'm
super
working
cute.
on is only 5 DMC colors. And it's super cute.
Because I have a round, because it's a round frame. But yeah, you could even probably do her in a round and just add more snowflakes. Yeah, kind
or
of
a
going
dome.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a dome. Yeah, that would be cute. Just kind of give it that more round
So
look.
cute.
But yeah, they're cute. And they're pretty easy to stitch. I know some of the birds are a little more confetti and that, but and I think she uses all DMC.
Yep, they're all DMC.
They're all DMC. And they're in French, but the numbers are
it's just
numbers.
symbol.
So
It's
you
the
just do
symbol
the number and yeah, and if you know, I mean, a little bit French, it kind of gives you an idea of whether it's gray or brown. But yeah, no, they're very, and we could probably kit those up too because they would be easy.
And it's
to kit.
pick your own. Like she doesn't give you a size of linen to use for them. It's basically choose your own linen. So.
And when I talked to her and emailed her, she said that she used like 10 and 11, but I think I started on that, and that's big holes, and yeah, I didn't care for it.
Could you use like pearl cotton on something that?
Yeah, you probably could, but I think she meant like, because I did the one bunny, I think on 14 count Ada, and that was still a nice, like, you know, it still was a fair size. So yeah. So no, I think she kind of is towards 14 count.
It was very well received, that these patterns at Stitch North,
yeah.
like when they saw her samples of the bunnies.
Yeah, so no, and they're different. Yeah, just kind of a different style again and stuff. So, but yeah, I like it on that splatter.
Basalt splash.
Oh yeah, basalt. Yeah, because I've seen some, and I love that design. Barbara Anna. It's in the new, or it was in the old Punch Needle book. Rudolph, I think it was.
Oh,
and
I don't think I've seen a Rudolph.
Oh yeah, he's really cute. Sable stitchers. She showed her finish of it, and it's super cute. But they do it on that linen, and it's really cute.
I just saw those. I like Barbara, and I didn't think I would, but I love that. Like when you look at it, there's so much creativity in every pattern.
Yeah, she is.
I just saw the ones you got in.
Oh yeah, the Mad Hatter. Yeah, we just got really that pattern in, and all her designs. Yeah. Not enough time in the day to stitch everything that we want.
Well, it's kind of my first time in the shop in a very long time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, kid in a candy store right now. I'm going through all the new flosses she's got. And so it's like Christmas, but.
Yeah. So no, it's nice that you get here. And so these are some of the other linen. So I got an order in from Flair. So this is like a really pale gingham. And this is pale gray. And I got it in 32 count and 36 count, I believe. And then I also got the honeycomb one. So again, it's very, very subtle. I don't even know if you can see it.
Oh, yeah.
So for any bee patterns
would
in
be
that, I
pretty,
just
yeah.
thought it'd be kind of cute because it's, yeah, just kind of subtle and adds just a little bit
Oh yeah,
to
that's
it.
pretty. I
Here, I'll
didn't
give
look
you
at it
that.
close enough, I guess.
And then Fabric Flair's Coffee Olay. I have it in 32, 36, and 40 count. Yeah, it's just kind of a taupey color.
Yeah, it's taupey. Yeah, it would
Yeah,
look
it's
very.
brown, but a touch of green.
I would say all those people that love those very vintage looking samplers would love that.
Yeah.
It's a very
Yeah.
lightly modeled.
And if it had lots of cream and white in it, then it would show up nicely
Yes.
in that too. And then affogato. So that's what I used for the religious trio, was the affogato, which is just, again, just a really nice neutral color. So that's affogato. And then parchment. And this is an interesting one. There's lots of, this one maybe not so much, but one of the other counts, it has lots of variegation and it's definitely greeny.
It's definitely, it looks
Yeah.
like moss, like when it grows on.
Yeah, so it's
Like
definitely,
patios.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's
Like on my
definitely got a
patio,
greeny
anyway.
tinge to it. But again, yeah. Yeah, just a summer or, yeah.
Looks nice
something.
on summer, and I think it would look nice on, like, if anybody does those Mama Witch ones with the dancing, like, pumpkin heads or
Yeah, or yeah,
Teresa
any Truth
Kogut.
Kogut one designs would probably look really good on
I might
that.
be wrinkling too much. I keep
Oh,
forgetting this.
yeah, yeah, but you're, and then I got in finally, because I'd showed that I'd gotten this pattern that I thought was super cute. It was from the Expo, not the, yeah, not the Needlework Market, but the Expo, I think. So I quickly ordered it and yeah, I got, even then I got on the second round, so I got them. So I have it in 28 even weave and 32 count and 14/8, I think. They didn't go in higher counts. I think that's just probably because of the pattern or whatever. But this is a panel. So then, yeah, you stitch your design on to the pumpkin, which I think is super cute. So even though it's not fall, I maybe over the Christmas holidays have to at least start
That
it.
one would be pretty because it's going to be a nice like pillow. Or
Yeah,
something.
because it's large enough and that it's pillow. So I have that. I believe, I think the pattern is 27 and the linen is 40, I believe, or somewhere between 35 and 40.
It is
But
a big
yeah,
piece of linen.
it is. Yeah, it's, well, it's a half a yard. It's
Yeah.
18 by 27. That's how they all come. So no matter what count you have, it's still the same size. It's still 18 by 27.
And it looks brighter on the camera, but it's actually like a very watercolored, so the
Well,
stitches will show.
And some
on
of the
it.
design, depending on what count it is, some of the pumpkins are a lot lighter
Oh,
than,
okay.
yeah. So yeah, so the design will show up nicely on that.
It's pretty.
So, oh yeah, I was going to show, I guess this you could say is future plan. Was I wanted to do this Joy bag by Shepherd's Bush. I've done the one, I've done
I think you did two stitch,
stitch.
and then
I think I only did stitch
Oh,
so far.
I
I have
thought you
one,
did
we have the quilt. But I didn't even realize that it came with two other little projects here. So I want to do the whole set because that little scissor fob and the little pillow are just super cute too as little extras. And just because I had shown it way back because I didn't realize that when I was stitching it the first time, my design ended up being like this big because I was going, you know,
Yeah,
like
I
I think
remember on
you
one
take about
side.
4 strands of thread or 6 strands of thread, and I just went over one. I didn't realize I had to go over 2 holes. So, is it easy to work on? It's not bad, but yeah, you have to scrunch. Like you can't put it in a frame.
Yeah.
And you have to scrunch, you know, like as you're stitching kind of. So it's Yeah, it's not the easiest thing,
Yeah,
but
I
it
didn't
does
think of
stitch
that.
up quickly
Yeah.
because she doesn't have like, it's not a ton of stitching. It's like, yeah, the few words or the few letters and then a little bit of a motif in there. So this one actually would go,
That
you know,
one
very
looked pretty
quickly.
on that sagey green you have too.
Yeah, it would look
Very
nice
soft
on any
color,
of the, yeah, because these come in different colors.
Mhm.
They get a blue, a teal, like a really light
Yeah.
teal, a green, a gray, and then the red. So yeah, so that's one thing I would like to work on, and we're plan to meet together in 6 days because we'll show the first 6 days of the Advent box, and then in 6 more days we'll show the others. So I have started some other prairie schoolers and stuff like that that we'll show in that time. Oh, I should do the giveaway first for the before we forget. So for the bag, so this is we didn't have it with us the last time, but this is the bag that Shelby makes. Yeah, really cool. So it has well, it's got a zipper all the way around. And then it has the vinyl on the inside with lots of pockets. It's got a zipper here. It's got a little pocket here, there, and then here. So lots of pockets and
There's a
stuff.
pocket on the front too.
No, is there?
It's a hidden kind of.
Oh, there. Oh, yeah, the zipper
They
matches so
blend
well.
in. Yeah, I try to blend the
didn't see.
fronts in at
Yeah.
least, and then it's just another big pocket.
There. So yeah, the lucky winner is of this bag is Carolina Maslenka. Carolina Maslenka. So if you can email me, my email will be listed below. Email me and we will ship that right out to you if you can give me your address and stuff. So congratulations to our winner. So now I'm going to show some wool little ornaments. These are all by Buttermilk Basin. So I just kitted a whole pile more. So we'll just show which ones. So here, do you want to, yeah. So that is the, yeah, I didn't pick all the names, but you can find them on the website. So a little trailer with a Christmas tree on top, a Santa coat, a church, a mitten, and we have these hooks as well. So they're kind of cool for, yeah, hooking on a tree or hooking on a shelf or whatever. But then that's a little mitten with a snowman on it. Yeah, this one was really popular. It's like a truck, or the back end of a car with a wreath, and then a tree in the, oh, I guess it is a truck, I think, because it's got a tree in the back. And then this is a truck with the tree. Here's the piece with the sheep, and then it has a little piece of paper that says Peace on Earth. This is a Santa, kind of an old Saint Nick. I think that's called Saint Nick. Yeah, so I have them all kitted. So like this is what a kit looks like. So it comes with the front and the back, and then any buttons or embellishments that it needs, it comes in there as well. So this is the Saint Nick ornament. Yeah. So that's, oops, that's him. This is another really popular one, gnome tree, I think, ornament. This is the barn, vintage barn. Another trailer. And it calls for like a pom-pom trim, but it's like a super, super mini. So I just did French knots along there to make it look like pom-pom trim. This one I like too. It's the basket of poinsettia. And then this is a larger one. This is gnomes in a snow globe. Also very popular. So yeah, you will find those on our website. And so we're going to give one away. We're going to give away the Peace on Earth. So I guess our question is, do you do wool applique? So we need I guess as long as it has the word wool in there, then I can search it that way as far as the random picker goes. So yeah, do you do wool applique, and do you like small projects or bigger projects? So yeah, we do. Well, I just got a whole bunch of new patterns in from Primitive Gathering. She kind of all of a sudden sent out a slew of new designs. So I want to get some of those up because I do like her patterns. I think I had mentioned once before, the thing with Buttermilk Basin is that the patterns are very skimpy as far as, like she doesn't go into
If it's your first
explanation.
time,
Yeah, doesn't go into a lot of detail of
like how to put it together.
how to put it together and stuff. And like, so she gives you the line drawing, but for wool applique, you kind of have to know if one piece overlaps another piece that you need to add that on so you can tuck it underneath and stuff. But yeah, her designs are super cute. And I mean, she's got, oh boy, there's probably 50 different ornaments that she has that she's designed. So yeah, I'm going to try some of the Primitive Gathering ones and do that. So, okay, I guess we'll come to the Advent box. So Shelby will open and we'll just, I thought, well, just in case it needed some explanation or some ideas of what to use for it.
I'll try not to push that. So this is day 1, or the first day. And you've got some floss bling. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that vintage.
Yeah,
cinnamon.
so they're all different. Some have birds, some have some Christmas themed things. Yeah, so in case people who don't know what it is, you put your floss on there. So if you're working on a particular project, then
so you just kind of go.
you just, open it up.
Open it up.
And then it's to keep your floss organized for that particular project. And then you just tuck that into your bag.
Very cute.
So yeah, so that's kind of floss. I guess it's like cross stitch bling, like
I think the not needle bling, floss bling.
Floss bling.
Floss ring bling.
Floss ring
We just make it
bling.
up. We don't really know.
Okay.
It's partial truth.
Yeah.
Partially what everybody else calls it.
As you're feeling all at least.
Yeah.
So we have the noise all at the same time.
So this was day 2, and it's the John James needles. Size
Figure you can
26.
always use more needles. Now I just picked 26, which is probably fairly average. I mean, I tend to, well, it depends on your count of fabric too. If you're using 36, then you might want to use the 28, but then I know some people, they break the 28. So
hands like these, 28 was too small for me. Like I like 36
because they are shorter in length.
They're very short, and it was hard for me to pick it. So
so
I'm actually on the same needle. I've dropped it and found it, but I've used the same needle for the 1.5 years I've been stitching. Because I start and finish one project, right?
Yeah. But I find that, and maybe because I know I can just run to the shop and get another package.
That's true.
I am so bad with, And so I'm trying to get where, I've got a needle in every project.
Yeah, I should.
But then, I don't have a needle handy. So, okay, I'll grab the one out of there. And then, my husband ended up having major surgery once on his foot because he stepped in a needle that I had in the sewing room and it broke off into his foot.
That's not right.
And so he says, my foot's a little sore. And I said, and he said, I stepped on a pin. And I said, okay, Well, then it got worse and worse. He couldn't walk on his foot at all. So they ended up doing an x-ray and found this, nice needle pin in his foot. And they said, okay, we'll have to do surgery, but it's like a needle in a haystack, because it's not 3D. Like way back then, they maybe have better photography or like x-rays now. Yeah. So they had to go in and try and find this needle, which they did. I don't think it took forever to find it, but he was off work for a while and that So now it's
Yeah.
like anytime he finds a needle laying around, it's like,
Oh, that's funny. I think I worry more about my animals because
oh yeah, that
I
they would
have
eat it.
two
Yeah.
two chocolate labs as part of our group of animals. But if anybody else has labs, like it hits the floor and they'll pick it up. And our one lab does not even smell; he just picks it up and eats everything. So that's part of my like. As soon as I drop that needle and can't find it, my husband brought home like this big supercharged magnet, and I crawl around the floor. I used to crawl around the floor with it. Now, if I drop it, I have to call him to come find it. But no, I'm trying to start a couple projects to make sure I have all the stuff. Like once
Oh yeah.
the bad weather comes in, or if it comes in, even though I'm just as bad as Marlene because I only live 4 minutes away. It's been
I can
good
easily
that
run you
yeah,
up some more needles.
it's been
Yeah.
good that I haven't been able to drive because doing some of the stitches, I'm like, oh, I'll just substitute stuff instead of hopping in the truck and coming over. So it's been good.
Yeah.
So this is number 3. It's a really pretty. It's called Holly Berry.
Yeah,
The
I've
classic
used it for a
colorworks.
few different things. So I used it in combination with a DMC for the cardinal on the home for the holidays black.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I went to the framer
I
and he
love
cut
that
me a
one.
piece of foam core. Oh, maybe people can help me. It's got the words in French, 'tis the season to be jolly.
Mhm.
And I don't want it in French. And I've
Oh,
seen ones where they've written out then 'tis the season to be jolly. But I've also seen ones that's come with praises unto the Savior or something more religious. And that's what I would like to stitch along the bottom.
oh.
But I just need to know if somebody's seen where somebody's charted it. I did see one on Pinterest, and for some reason, the computer in my office in the house, it's got on a business page of some sort, and I can't get back to my
Oh,
general thing so that I can try and expand it and then chart it out. But yeah, I did use Holly Berry for that, and so
I can't wait to. I haven't seen that at all. That stitch.
oh yeah, no, it's very
It's
pretty.
so pretty. I mean, I stared at in the book
Yeah.
every slow day. I'd open that book and say, "Should
Yeah,
I
now
get
it
this
is,
book?"
it's not
Yeah,
real big. And so
yeah.
I was going to pick out a frame and then I thought, I kept debating because I wasn't sure if I was going to do the letter because they did the letters in white, so it doesn't really show up.
Oh,
And I just thought like, oh, maybe I want to do it just one strand. So it's a little bit softer, but I think I want to do it in something that's not white, like
yeah.
just so that
In
you
your
can
face,
read
kind of.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then he says, you better wait till you get that done before you pick out a frame. So yeah, so then that thread would go onto your floss ring.
Mhm.
So
This is day 4, and it is a hand cream. This one's fresh citrus.
so they're
They smell really, really
by,
good. All
yeah,
of
they
them
do
smell
smell
good.
nice. Yeah, so they're by Riley Blake, which is a fabric designer. But
Mhm.
I know for myself, sometimes I need to coat my hands in cream and let it sit for a bit because otherwise the thread sticks to
Oh
my,
yeah.
the dry skin
I'm
around my
always sweaty, I
fingers and
guess.
then it kind of shreds my thread a bit. So yeah, and as the winter months come,
And
then
I think a lot of people have commented that they use a lot of lotion that cross stitch with silk threads.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I think then for sure if you've got a little hangnail or something, it
Mhm.
shreds it. And then yeah,
But yeah, we
so
packed all these and I smelled all of them, but they
yeah.
all smell really good. And I'm not a huge scent
Yeah,
person, but
and I mean, and it's always like any of the things, if it's
it's
not your
fresh.
jam, then you can easily, gift it.
Stocking
Yeah,
stuffer.
gift it
You
to
can
somebody
open
else.
5. Number 5 is a pair of pack me up scissors. What would you call them? Swiss Army kind of scissors?
Yeah, just fold away scissors,
fold
I think.
away.
So they're ones that you could probably take on a plane and stuff. Now, not everybody's getting these scissors.
Mhm.
I ordered some really cute Christmas scissors that, were Christmas themed, that had snowman and different things, and
They're really
they
cute.
never arrived. And I called and they said they didn't know. So some will get some other very fine scissors because I really wanted scissors that were going to match the next thing that you
This is
got.
so cute. I didn't see
Yeah, so
I
this
don't know why I'm
is,
whispering, but it's really cute.
yeah, so
I didn't
it's
really get to
a
see
scissor
these.
fob. So you attach it to your scissors so that you know which scissors are yours. But I didn't realize that the other reason they use scissor fobs is if you drop your scissors, it's going to land with the fob first so that you don't stab yourself with the point of your scissors.
How
I didn't
cute is
realize that.
that? Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah.
that either. I thought it was just to make it look
Yeah,
cute.
just to make it look nice. But yeah,
Yeah.
there's different
Yeah,
reasons
how
behind
pretty
it.
is
But
that?
yeah, it's just more kind of bling that, but I think for one thing, it's really helpful for identifying which
That's really
scissors are
cute.
yours because I thought I lost a really good pair of K Buckley scissors, and some scissors, like, they're $35-$40. And we had a class, and after the class they were gone, and so I called around, but I don't know. I
bet you
think since then
2
I
pairs of
found,
them. Oh, the blue ones.
yeah, I don't know, but yeah, like if I had some kind of identification on it, then I would know, like, hey, it's got this red and white
Yeah.
beaded thing on it. And
I
stuff,
dropped
so.
a pair and I lost a pair or during a class. Sometimes
Uh,
things just get packed up so
Yeah.
fast. And
Well, that's it. All the stuff is
Yeah.
laying on the table and it's easily done. I mean,
Yeah.
and usually teaching classes, I mean, I sometimes end up with an extra ruler or like somebody
Yeah.
else's stuff and that too. But yeah, it's kind of nice for
No,
that.
they're great scissors. It's not like they're good quality. I dropped the pair so many times on my cement floor in my basement that it hit perfectly on the tip. It just broke the tip of it off. So
Oh,
that's exactly what we use those scissors for those fine, like getting really
yeah,
close
getting
into the
close
edges.
to.
And
So I guess we have to
so
see if putting the scissor fob on, if that actually works, that it lands scissor fob first.
see if we
Some
drop
scissor
it.
fobs are probably pretty heavy with
Yeah.
all the bling and stuff, but I had read somewhere that
I mean,
because
I love that. These
I
are
know
pretty.
rotary cutters and stuff that some people put a string on them and make it so that the string is only long enough to not touch the floor. Because I
Oh.
did have someone that chopped off a partial toe
Yes.
because it fell and chopped their toe off. So
Hmm.
yeah, so be careful.
Yeah,
Be careful of any sharp, pointy things.
And it never fails, like if we do a class, because I know I was teaching a class upstairs and I just said, we do have some band-aids, and we just sang it kind of jokingly, and seconds later somebody stabbed themselves really well, like a
Oh,
good bleeder. So I
yeah.
don't say that anymore ever. Just say be careful.
Well, and then yeah, on linen, it's like the last thing you want is like a blood stain because that's
Oh,
really,
yeah.
that would be hard to get out and stuff. So then you're adding another motif that you didn't know was going
Yeah,
to be.
I have to be
there.
very careful because we also have a Saint Bernard who the second I sit down to stitch has to come and see what I'm doing. But his drool is like crazy glue. We keep saying we should market it because I literally grab my linen and I throw it behind me and I say hi, and then he goes back to bed. But I have to be very careful he doesn't stain all my
Oh, yeah,
stitches and
yeah. Well,
stuff.
because for some things it
Yeah.
doesn't show up right away, but a few
No,
years
it's very
later.
like crystalline clear, but I worry with because I think most of the stuff I've stitched on is like the over dye.
Oh,
So I'm
yeah.
afraid it's gonna leave that streak on it or something. And
Yeah, because
and
I have
then
one piece. Oh, yeah, I was just going to show some of the pieces that I did a long time ago. Now, I literally gave to the thrift store all kinds of cross stitch because, yeah, I kind of guess was past. A lot of it was kid related, nursery rhymes, things like that, and they weren't that really interested. And even though I made some into like well, I don't think I brought the birth announcement once to the thrift store, but yeah, they, what are they going to do with it? So, but the one piece I had, like, yeah, it wasn't until later that a little round stain
oh,
showed up, and it's probably, yeah, didn't see it at the time, but it's framed under glass. So,
for me it's hair, pet hair.
oh, pet hair too,
I
yeah.
have to go through one like this one, the one Teresa Kogut I showed you. Even my hair, like it's kind of bright red when the light hits it, so it gets like woven somehow through there. And I'm like, I didn't see it when I was doing the red Santa. And then I thought it was a dog hair, and I was trying to pull it out, and it was actually my hair, like had woven a few times through.
Yeah,
So
so
I don't
no,
know if
I've
anybody else
done
has
that
that
too, where
problem.
yeah, my hair gets caught
Yeah.
into your strands. Yeah, so yeah, so that's it for today. So we will come back in 6. So I'll try to load this up right away today. So we're only really a day behind. 6 days from now. I don't know when that is. That next Monday?
What's
I know
Wednesday?
we do
So
it
next
on a day
Tuesday.
that the shop isn't open, so a Monday.
So it'll be a Monday or Wednesday.
Yeah, so we could probably do it maybe Monday and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, have it uploaded. But yeah, just to kind of give ideas of the people who haven't signed up for the Advent box, to think about it for next year. Because yeah, I think I'll definitely do it next year. We got some different ideas. I'm going to try and reach some contacts and stuff for some cool things and
feedback's good. We were just saying we hadn't heard anything back from anybody, and then there was a couple posts on Pastime Stitchers. If you're not on, you can go to that too.
yeah,
Is that Facebook Pastime
Facebook,
Stitchers?
yeah.
So a couple people have started commenting and saying that they're enjoying it. So it's nice to hear because, like Marlene says, we get excited about stuff and we talk about it and then to do it, but then when you don't hear any feedback, you start to get nervous.
No, yeah, like yeah. So no, it's great. Thanks for the comments.
Yes,
and I
thank
said
you.
there's lots of interesting stuff coming up in the box and stuff too.
Yes.
So yeah, our exclusive design that I commissioned.
And this whole advent calendar thing is fun to like. I just never really. We didn't do it as in my youth or anything.
No, we didn't do one.
But
either.
now it is kind of cool to have something to look forward to for 24 days straight before like a nice gathering on Christmas or a nice Christmas day. So
yeah,
it is kind of fun.
Yeah, so you can take the box home and open one each day, and
thank you.
yeah, and then just bring the 6 next pieces.
Yeah.
And stuff. So yeah, so thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and we will see you again in just over, not even a week. 6 days isn't a week. Yeah, less than a week. Okay, talk to you later.
Take care.
Yeah, bye.